So I'm just catching up with this Benny versus Abdul situation, and I'm gonna try to recap it and give my thoughts on it because there's a common denominator in this beef, right? So Benny is a step parent that's been married for 10 years to the love of his life, right? To his best friend. I remember he made a post talking about if she would have passed away, Lord forbid that happens, he would literally take out his life insurance policy and trick on the hoes because he can't live without that type of love that she gives him, which that's understandable, right? Now Abdul has been in a relationship with his woman for 10 plus years, but no marriage. But he doesn't believe in the westernized version of marriage because there's a lot of flaws in it and everything else, which there's nothing wrong with that. They've been together for 10 years. There's nothing wrong with that. But there's a common denominator with this goddamn beef. Both parties settled for each other. Both parties settled with each other. Because you got to think, Benny, single man, dreads, light skin, he works out. He could have found another woman without kids to be married with and stuff like that. He could have found one. But he decided to choose his best friend. And it worked out for him because they've been married for 10 plus years. And a lot of people in the comments saying, yo, Benny, why'd you do this? You settled. You did this, you do that. There's nothing wrong with that, right? If you go on Abdul's side, the girlfriend, she's a personal trainer. She's fit. All types of shit. Abdul, morbidly obese. Gotta ride the scooter. They've been together for 10 plus years. But no ring, no marriage, or nothing. She settled for Abdul. So both parties, Benny and Abdul's girlfriend, settled for each other. Now, social media, for the past 10 plus years, social media made it seem like settling is bad. Right? Sorry, my countertop is dirty. I gotta clean this shit off. They try to make it seem like settling is a bad thing. But look what settling has done. Both parties are happy. Both parties have been together for 10 plus years. Whether he's married, whether married or not. A lot of relationships don't last that long, especially in today's climate. You know why? Because they settled. And I'm going to give you just one example before I end this TikTok. Let's say me and you, we're going to Vegas this weekend. I got about $5,000 for Vegas. And I tell you, hey, this weekend I'm gonna make $100,000. I'm gonna make $100,000. Now, it's possible to make that much money that weekend, but it's hard. A lot of people don't make that much money in Vegas because Vegas is Vegas. So we play blackjack, poker, all types of gambling stuff. I'm not a gambler, so I wouldn't know the whole games and stuff like that. I make $75,000, so I turn $5,000 to $75,000. But my goal is to make $100,000. I say, hey, you know what? I'm cool with my $75,000. I can pay off my car. I can pay off my credit card debts. I can pay off any type of debt I can, and I can pocket that. I can invest that to my company. But you gonna tell me, hey, why you selling for $75,000? I thought you want to get $100,000. I made $75,000 that weekend. I made $75,000. How many people that you know in your life can say, hey, I went to Vegas with $5,000, came back with $75,000? That's hard to find. That's hard to find a person to do that. That's hard for a person to do that because usually they'll come in with 5, leave with 100, or they'll come in with 5, with 12, and leave with 12,000. But 75, some people get millions. But the fact of the matter is, hey, I made 75,000. I'm cool with that. So the common denominator with this beef is both parties settled and it works for them. All right? If it works for you, it works for you. All right? That's all I need to say, man. And also, not everyone's built for marriage, and not everyone's built to be girlfriends for a long period of time, okay?